Hey guys, right here again at Nitro Kyosho. How you doing? Today I want to talk a little bit about just general upgrades if you want to improve the performance of your helicopter. Depending what you have, there's a lot of upgrades you can do. Big upgrades are usually gyros, make a big difference. Most helicopters of lower line, excluding like maybe the Align brand of helicopters, which usually come with very good gyros. Most of them don't come with too good of gyros. There's a lot of misconceptions about aluminum and carbon fiber and its use. Carbon fiber and aluminum are mainly used to make helicopter more rigid, which makes it have less flex and it handles tighter. Where you're going to notice that is mostly in the flying style of like Alan Szabo Jr. 3D, extreme 3D flying. That's where it's going to come into play more or less than just, you know, general flying around in a field. Carbon fiber is a lot stronger. It will break just the same as wood if you hit something, but its strength is made for its rigidness for 3D flying. Okay, I've smashed plenty of carbon fiber blades and they break just as easy as wood blades. And unfortunately they cause a little bit more damage, because when a wood blade breaks it just shatters and breaks away, but carbon fiber is a lot stronger and it usually make your main shaft get bent a lot more or break something else. But upgrading, a lot of helicopters come with plastic geared servos. Upgrading to metal geared servos will save you the headaches of having to replace them or rebuild them all the time. Getting pretty good gyros, Futaba and Align both make good gyros. This helicopter here has the GY401 Futaba, and this one has the Align GP750. Both great gyros. Speed controls can be upgraded. Your motors can be upgraded. I did a lot of upgrades, and I'm not going to get into too many because I already put out a video of upgrades for my Blade 400, but the carbon fiber main blades and the carbon fiber tail rotor blades on the Blade 400 made a big difference in the handling along with the flybar paddles. But those are just some upgrades you can do that will, if your helicopter didn't come with them, will increase your performance and your flying. The aluminum will make the helicopter a little bit heavier, but there's many different things you can do, and if you want to spend the money to do it. The Blade 400 flies very well. I did do quite a bit of upgrades to it. The TRex Pro here, this helicopter basically came ready to go. I put on carbon fiber paddles and tail rotor blades, but it came with all the aluminum. It has the torque tube. It came with metal geared servos. It came with a good gyro and you know, the motor and the speed control and everything. I don't think that it's very fair to try to compare these. I had a video out a while back and I ended up getting rid of it. I didn't like the video that I made. It was called the Blade 400 versus the TRex Pro, and after having flown both of them, I didn't think it was a fair comparison, as far as, because the Blade 400 comes as a ready-to-fly kit Okay, it came with everything, the controller and the battery and everything put together and ready to go. And the TRex came as a kit that you built it. Okay, it didn't come with the controller and all that and batteries. So, you know, this one was about $420 out the door with everything, and this one was about almost $500, $480, just itself, the helicopter, you know. And I made a mistake by putting the video out. I didn't think it, afterwards, having really thought about it, I didn't think it was fair, because you can't compare a ready to fly or ready to run like a car or buggy to something that is a kit. Okay, because when they put out ready to flies, they have to skimp in a lot of areas to give you that price. Okay, when they give you just a kit for $480, you're getting the best of the best. You're getting the metal geared servos, you're getting the higher amperage speed control, you're getting the good gyro, you're getting your carbon fiber, you're getting all your aluminum. So I didn't think it was a mistake, like I said, on my part for putting the video out, and I apologize to anybody for that. But if you want to do the upgrades to the Blade 400, the upgrades that I've done to it, I love the way it flies. You know, I'll give you a quick rundown anyways. You know, I put the Futaba 401 gyro, I put a 30 amp speed control, I put a JR 3500G on the tail, high-tech 65 metal geared servos, and I upgraded the motor after the other motor went to the 4400 E-Flight motor. And obviously Thunder Power blades, carbon fiber paddles. The fin sets are more for just looks, and but the tail rotor does make a big difference, because if you take the old plastic that was on this, you can flex all the plastic. So, I mean, I put more money into that than I wanted. It just, you know, was one thing after the other. But just to compare these two now, the TRex will handle a little bit better, you know, in windy conditions, because it is a little bit heavier. And it is a great helicopter. It's tough and durable, and the aluminum carbon fiber. But actually, after having really flown both of them extensively, I would take the Blade 400. I think it handles beautiful. The TRex, compared to the old sport version, this is a heavy helicopter, and it likes to nosedive a lot. And when you're going to do coordinated turns, it's so heavy it likes to flop on its side. This is actually more of a 500 size than a 400 series helicopter. If I had to do it again, I'd probably, I mean, this helicopter is built beautiful, designed beautiful. It's got the strong carbon fiber, the torque tube. It's very smooth, smoother than that, booting it up and everything. But I just love the way the Blade 400 flies. Not to knock this one. This was a beautiful design and sensibly put together, but I think just the way it's made, the heaviness of it and the way it flops around in the air, it doesn't move like the old sport version, the version before this. You know, that's my opinion. I still like it. It's a wicked fast helicopter. It is so fast, but the heaviness of it, you know, this one's too light and this one's too heavy. So, you know, you're not going to get everything out of these helicopters. You know, you're always going to have something you're going to complain about. Like I said, that one is harder to fly in windier conditions. This one is a little bit easier. It's more like a torpedo in the air. But I noticed that you have to do a lot more adjusting on the controller to keep this thing in flight. Like I said, not to beat a dead horse, but it does nosedive a lot, the heaviness, and I do have it balanced perfect, you know, by picking the fly bar up and checking the balance of the battery, and it's dead perfect. I think it's just a characteristic of it. The sport one, I think, was more like this one. It's built really tough and really thick and durable. I mean, the way the thing is built. But I think if I had to do it over again, I enjoy the flight characteristics, with the exception of it being a little too light of the Blade 400. But those are just some opinions, you know. You can take them for what they are. But like I said, I did have a video out of these versus each other, and then when I thought about it, I said, well, it's kind of a stupid video because the Blade 400 was a ready-to-fly helicopter, and this was a kit, and it really wasn't fair comparing them. But, you know, like I said, those are some upgrades that you can make. If you're not going to be doing a lot of extreme 3D flying, I wouldn't worry about putting aluminum heads and a lot of carbon fiber, because give you more headaches. But as far as, I mean, with this helicopter, I didn't put any aluminum on it because I like the way it handles as it is, and I didn't want it too heavy, and I didn't want to offset the way that it flew or handled. But anyways, that's just some opinions, and I hope that you guys got a little bit out of this. Like I said, stick with metal geared servos, get yourself a quality gyro, and if you're going to get into 3D flying, you know, get yourself the carbon fiber, you know, and the aluminum if you want it. Anyways, Nitro Kyosho, that's about all I have to say here, and I hope that you got a little bit out of this video, and thanks for watching.